Hey, Shalom, y'all. We are back in the habit with Tiger Lilly Studios with Artsy Ashlee. This is Cutting Up with Katana Jay for the one time. So again, we out here. We're up top. We're in Staten Island. We're gonna get some TATT and CHATT going with Miss Artsy Ashlee. So can you explain to them what we're doing today?
So this is a peony flower. A lot of people don't know what a peony is. A lot of people think it's a rose. It's closely related, but not as I guess as extravagant because this is a lot more detail and the petals are pretty. But it's a flower of love, and they're used in a lot of weddings, and they also need good luck and good fortune.
Oh yes, we need love, luck, and all that good fortune, baby. No pressure on you know who, but just saying for the one time.
Super popular in the Japanese portion, like
In the
tattooing.
Japanese.
Yeah, but I love them.
Oh, that's dope. So you know what? That brings me to my first question. Do you have a specific style or type of imagery or tattooing that you prefer to do or that you really like, you enjoy and you love it, like that is your thing?
I really, really love illustrative.
Mhm.
That's like my. You'll see, like this is what I'm doing today. But I feel like my illustrative pops a lot because I try to incorporate a lot of realism.
Nice.
Yeah.
So kind of having that nice balance between it being illustrative, like it could be on a canvas, but also like you could touch it and it's real kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So let me ask you, when did you start getting into tattooing?
I started in September of 2017.
September 2017. And what got you into it? What kind of like was that light bulb, that spark that kind of got you into it?
I was sad.
You were sad?
I was sad, and I guess it was like a weird, productive way to self harm,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turned into a career.
So you were first started tattooing on yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know what? I kind of could understand that to an extent because I used to be a self harmer myself. And kind of not necessarily tattooing was the way to be accepted and okay with inflicting some kind of pain on yourself. But like, it kind of for me was more of like a meditative thing.
Yeah,
where it helped me get through my situations a lot, you know?
And I notice now a lot of people come to me for that same feeling.
The
like,
same light?
That's why I put like ink therapy. Because like people will like, they'll hit me up and be like, oh my God, I'm going through this. I need to book an appointment. And I'm like, yes.
Right, like
but
I
in my
got
head,
you.
I'm like, I really know that like satisfaction.
Right. Go ahead. You can go ahead. We can. I'm gonna try not to move because y'all know I move my hands and I talk. I mean, not when I get tattooed, but like when I talk. So anyway, okay. So I definitely understand that and resonate with that 100%. So then, like, once you got into tattooing and seeing how it was like able to help with like tattoo therapy and things of that nature, what was the most like interesting thing that you've ever like tattooed in your journey so far?
Most interesting, I would say a lot of tributes. People keep it real, unique, and meaningful with the tributes. The coolest thing I think was a girl brought me her mother's EKG.
Oh wow.
And although that's like a super popular tattoo, I just thought that making it unique, not just some like Google
More personal,
squiggle.
right?
Yeah, it was like this is real. Like when she showed people like this.
It was a real live heartbeat type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Now, I know earlier behind camera we were talking about types of machines and things of that nature. Now, if you guys hear it, well, you don't pretty much. It's so very little of a buzz, so very quiet. And it's crazy because back in the day, those things used to be so loud, right?
So they still are. A lot of people are coil. You'll see like a lot of tattoo artists like coil till I die, and that's because those are the machines, the typical traditional machines that are loud. Those are coil machines. So those are the ones like you could like pretty much build like from scratch.
Do it, make it yourself.
And that's what I learned on, but. I also learned very quickly that those things hurt your hand because they're pretty much rattling inside of it the whole time you're trying to tattoo. Yeah.
So is that why like maybe like many tattoo artists before these types of machines were made that they ended up getting carpal tunnel and things of that nature?
Yeah, you're bound for it. You're bound, especially using those machines because it's literally shaking the whole time.
Vibrating on you.
Yeah. So you're holding your person, you're holding the machine that's shaking.
And trying to get a straight line.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, guys. That just sounds all types of crazy pants.
It's awful, actually.
Oh, I could only imagine. So, let me think. I'm trying to think. So let's get a little bit more personal with you. I know we've been talking tattoos and stuff like that. So once you finally were like, this is my thing, I love it, I fell in love with it and stuff like that, what was your next process? What was the next thing that you did? So, like, if there's any aspiring tattoo artists out there, or people who are kind of like, they think that they would, thrive in it or be good at it, what would you kind of like, what are the steps?
I know nobody likes to hear it, but get an apprenticeship because that's where you'll be like pretty much baptized by fire because you'll just be thrown into an environment and learn so much and be around the people you need to be around and feel that shop, that shop life. And then after that, I would say just educate yourself. There's so much you could learn inside of a shop, but there's also so much you could learn outside. Like, there's no reason to limit yourself, like, at all.
So now let's also talk, since I know we were talking about how you have a love for illustrative but realistic tattoo artwork. Does that also kind of coincide with your art, like outside of the skin mod world?
I would say yes. I do like to do more cartoony stuff on like canvas, but I do love doing them on like in just they're not as common.
Right.
But I do keep it like super illustrative, I feel, in my painting, whereas tattooing I really like to incorporate some aspects of realism. Just because like it makes it pop so much on the skin.
So now, speaking of pop, do you prefer more of a black and white kind of thing, like the black, white, and gray scales, or do you like color?
I do like both. I kind of love black and gray more because of how much it can do with so little. And it works for like across the board for everyone. When you're working with different skin tones, you have to think about that when you're doing full color because some colors don't show on
certain
brown
tones.
Skin and darker skin. Yeah.
Is there a certain technique when it comes to that, when it comes to deeper skin tones and things of that nature? Is it like a certain way of tattooing that has to be applied to it differently?
You have to use more negative space, and then like you learn that along the way with a good apprenticeship, preferably in an area that has a lot of black people. Because if you learning in a shop with all white people, you're not gonna learn to tattoo black skin. Like, that's not how it works.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to, I was raised in the North Shore of Staten Island, so all my friends and clients are black. So me learning, it was just tattooing people. I just happened to.
It just so happened to be deeper tones.
Yeah. So I kind of just got lucky and just, I just thought I was tattooing people, and they had different skin. That's it.
Right. So growing up on the north side of Staten Island, like I know you were just saying that it really helped cultivate and really give you that practice and things of that nature. Do you feel like, because I know that for a while, you just recently were staying in Jersey for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I live there.
Oh, you still do?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I lived there for 2 years now. But I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island.
In Staten Island. So, do you feel like, as far as like not really environmentally, but like location wise, do you ever notice that there's a pattern of, oh, okay, people from this part of the state like this kind of tattooing? Like, do you see that is it like by like environmental, like where people kind of like the same things, or do you see like just a big broad like, oh shit?
I feel like it depends on the artist too, because like artists are usually very versatile, or at least you try to be
right.
Yeah. So I just feel like I don't really know. I never really like because like I mean, speaking about Staten Island, there's just an array. There's like
right, because there's such an array of talent. such an array of all different kinds of things, you know what I mean? And it's like when you think New York, most of the time, like they try to like leave Staten out, but Staten got some real strong artistry, you know what I mean? Even shout out for the one time, one of the reasons why this is even cultivated again for the one time. I always talk about my best friend Daniree. Shout out Daniree, La Cocina Podcast, Thoroughbred. Get your merch today. Hold up for the one time. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. My shit, her shit, and her shit. Just saying, all right? So anyway, now that we got that part out of the fucking way, because I'm trying to practice, guys, we gonna work on this together. You know what I mean? But for the one time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. I'm from New Jersey, right? My father from Brooklyn, but I was born and raised in New Jersey. And Daniree is also from Staten and Queens, and then came out to Jersey. And it's just crazy how we all like almost like similar things, but also very different. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how, like what we were saying behind camera, guys. This is the first time her and I are meeting in person, but we've known each other for a couple years now, and we've FaceTime more than I got fingers. But this is the first time we've ever been to each other face to face.
In the same room,
in the same room, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy and it's real dope. Like I said, for the one time with everything that I had going on this weekend up top, I have to thank and shout out my homegirl, my best friend, my sister Daniree for the one time. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, my shit, her shit, and her shit. All right. So now that we got the whole that, because I'm trying to practice and get better with it. Back to all right. So we kind of started getting into a little bit of more personal things and things of that nature, and we've been talking about your tattooing. Let's get into a little bit more about your Etsy store, your creative stuff you have going on. How long ago did you start your Etsy? What was your first product that you had on Etsy?
So Etsy, my Etsy shop's actually gonna turn 2 years old in a month, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
2 years old. I started it when, actually not too soon before I met Daniree. I had just had an accident. I was out of work and needed to work from home, and everybody had told me like, "Oh, sell your art on Etsy, sell your art on Etsy," and I was home mending a broken ankle, so I did it, and I really liked painting like little canvases. Like I found these tiny canvases on Amazon, copped them, started painting the cute little like the eat a dick shit.
Right, the wonton thing with the eat a dick shit.
Yup. And then I just started doing like a bunch of them. Like I made them into magnets, keychains, and pins.
And now talk about your the nice collection that you have for women to help with them to make them feel nice and secure and for defense.
Oh
and...
yes, my kitty keychains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love them. So I do like resin art, and those are one of the molds I like.
The resin. So what cultivated the whole kitty keychain stage?
I actually, you know what? I seen it on TikTok, and I thought it was the cutest thing in the world. And I was like, oh, like I make really cute resin art. Like I feel like I would slay this. And then I bought the molds, and then I started, making them in a bunch of like styles with glitters and stuff that I like, and people like them.
That's dope. So you more or less kind of like just do what you like, and then just see who resonates with it, huh?
Yeah. Pretty much, just see how it sells, and if people really like it, I keep making it. If not, I sell whatever I can and just keep it moving.
And just keep,
yeah.
That's dope. And you know what, guys, too? I gotta mention this. She is the one person that has purchased one of my most, like, the highest price point art that I've ever sold, and it was my first time, and it was my first year even getting into trusting my own art. So it really made me feel good, and I was like, damn, like that's what's up when artists support artists like that. You know what I mean? And it's just dope.
It definitely is. We gotta be supportive of each other out here.
Absolutely. And speaking of support and art and stuff like that, I know that you also have another tattoo artist that works with you.
Yeah.
Here in your shop.
Yeah. So my partner is actually the guy who taught me how to tattoo.
Nice. So you see, guys, she went from being an apprentice to being a partner with the person that she was apprenticing with. So don't, just because you're new to it or you're starting off as the student or the apprentice does not mean once you gain your stars and your stripes that you can't be an equal or be able to work with someone that's been doing it before you.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's you'll meet a lot of people who aren't as encouraging, and haters in all types of forms, friends and stuff like that.
Family, all kinds
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah. You'll find out like I had people, I had artists that I followed for years block me when I started tattooing because I for no reason. They felt intimidated, whatever it was. And it's like, you'll find people like that. But once you find your tribe, hold on to them and never let them go. Like, he really turned into family. Like, he came to my wedding. Like,
wow. And that
Tiger Lily is part of the reason why we named it. It's his daughter.
Oh.
My favorite flower. And then his daughter happened to be Lilly.
Lily. Oh, yeah. That's dope. You know what's funny? That's my mother's favorite flower too.
Yeah.
The lilies, the lilies are my mother's favorite flower. So let me see. Remember I said that I had a question, but I was going to wait. Would you or have you ever tattooed intimate areas?
More for women because I'm a woman artist. A lot of women are already
Feel comfortable?
Yeah. Men, it's usually just to be an asshole.
To be a dick?
Yeah.
So have you tattooed penises?
No.
So
no.
what kind of intimate body part have you done?
Like vagina.
Like the top part?
Yeah.
Ooh, I couldn't. Damn, that just sounds like it hurts.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of just I guess it depends on how intimate
Right.
you think it is. Like just very like just
down low there.
Yeah, below the pelvic area.
Would you ever do a booty hole?
They'd have to pay me a lot to be sitting in front of a butthole.
A butthole, for real? Because what if they just like let loose of a clench and fart, right?
Exactly. Or what if they just think? Like that happens a lot. Like I'm doing an ankle tattoo and you take it out of your winter boot and your sock
and it's rocking.
Yeah, and it smells like an 8-hour shift.
Right. Do you have a certain process when you're getting ready to do a tattoo or create a tattoo? Do you have to like set the mood for yourself, light a candle, play some music? Is there like a process?
Honestly, I just like to come early and make sure everything's clean and music is playing and the heater is on like during the winter because it's brick outside.
Right.
But other than that, I just try to I'm a planner, so I like to be like have all my setup. Like I'll have my setup over here already, good to go. My stencil, I'll have it at the front, like just stuff like that. Because I'm a planner. I like to
have things in order first.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of could feel that because when you have everything in order, it kind of helps it to like lessen the anxiety a bit.
Yes.
To make sure you're not rushing.
Runs smoother.
I agree with that. So now with Tiger Lily, which is we're on 71 Victory.
Yep.
So got 71 Victory in Staten Island. Tiger Lily tattoo. Again, for the one time, I believe you also do piercings, right?
Yes.
She also does piercings. So for any of your body mods and stuff like that, by all means, go ahead and hit her up. Do you want to shout out your Instagram and your socials?
Oh, yes. You can follow me at Artsy Ashlee. That's ArtsyAshlee. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so pay attention. You might win a whole free tattoo.
Ooh. And you know what, guys? Her giveaways are actually really good. I love her giveaways.
I love it because it's like when I win a giveaway, it's fun. And then it's like you're giving back to the people who support you. So I just feel like it's important to really pay attention to your audience because they love you.
Right, absolutely.
They really do.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like because they invest in you. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, they like your art and everything. They also invest in you as a
fact.
So now I know. Real quick, let's talk about. I know that you love your TikTok and you like doing your dances.
Yes.
What was your favorite TikTok challenge?
I think I would have to say the Beyonce one, but the remix with Meg Thee Stallion. Because my goddaughters, they tell me I have to learn the cool ones. That one was actually a whole workout. Yeah, it was really. But it's cute because, like, you know, you get a little workout in, you sweating,
and have some fun with the kids too at the same time
they
if
think
they're in the
I'm
video.
so cool.
I'm sure they're like, oh.
Yeah, she did it. They're like mad proud of me because she's really good. You know, these kids.
I know, I've seen them. They're just like, these kids get it in, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll let y'all do all that.
She learned them in like 5 seconds. I'm over here like, what? What was the first move?
What was your first tattoo? What was the
Mine?
image of? Yeah.
It's actually on the back of my neck, under all this hair. It was a treble clef and a bass clef making the heart. It's actually a really popular Google tattoo.
Yeah, I seen it. Oh, yeah. So, well, what did it signify? Did it have a specific signification for you, or just because you liked it?
Just because I like music, that's it. And I feel like whenever you're feeling like whatever kind of day you're having, like music kind of always just
does
calms the savage beast.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to like I wasn't gonna say, oh yeah, when it comes to like the designs or things of that nature, do you feel, because I know like there's a big controversial thing where some people feel like your tattoos have to have meaning, and whereas some people are like, oh, I just like that one and it's dope.
Yeah, I kind of love when people just do that, like, oh, I just like it, because it's like, I don't know, I kind of respect them as a person, like, because you don't care, you're your individual self, and I like it, and it's going on my body, not yours, and if you got a problem with it, don't matter. I like it.
If you got a problem with it, you could buy the little canvas that says "Eat a Dick."
Right. Exactly.
Right. For the one time.
So how you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Honestly, my arms don't ever bother me. Now, is there any type of advice that you could give a client, like when it comes to getting ready to inquire about a tattoo, quotes for a tattoo? Like, is there, like, as far as like the process of that, is there any advice that you could give clients?
Well, it also depends on the client and how serious they are about their
work,
body art. Yeah. First, find the artist that you like. See, like, look at their portfolio. Um, if they do pricing through DMs, messages, a lot of people don't, because then you're just like price shopping, and you could go to like someone and just be like, oh, she's gonna do this for $350, and then they'll be like, oh, I'll do it for $300, and then
just to get the client.
Right. So find out what your artist does. Like, find out their way of booking, because you don't want to go and try to book someone who has a whole website set up,
right,
and then you're over there sliding in their DMs, when it's better to use the website that they went and made professionally, so that they can get all the information to give you the proper info. And I say that because that's how I have it set up. And I still get people in my DMs talking about, hey, you tattoo? Yeah.
That no, these pictures of tattoos on this page are because I like them.
All over. My whole page is tattooing.
Right.
And you'll still get that. So I would just say pay attention. You know, it doesn't take much. You spend all day on your phone. Just find out what the tattoo artist,
their process.
Yes, find out their way.
So how about like in preparation for tattoos? Because I know like for me, over the years, I've seen and realized, well, okay, I know that most of the time our blood sugar drops when you're getting tatted because it's the adrenaline and things of that nature. So always having like a sugary drink or some candy with you.
Yeah, that's why we have a whole cabinet of like little snacks, individually wrapped. So like that's why I have the lollipops there too, just in case somebody's blood pressure drops.
Right, because for me, I naturally already have a low blood pressure. So like for me, like I know I need to make sure I eat something sugary. Like I had a banana bread slice before I came here.
Yeah, everybody should at least eat a meal if they're getting a tattoo, especially if it's a larger scale piece. Definitely, yeah, eat something. Have something in your body.
And what are your thoughts about like session tattoos? Like, okay, we're doing this half of it, this session. Come back in a couple weeks to a month for the next one.
It really depends on the person, because It also depends on the type of work, because I did a sleeve in 8 hours. That whole sleeve, the TikTok viral one,
Yeah.
that one was done in 8 hours. So,
wow.
but that's also illustrated black and gray, so that would be super quick, like compared to a full color realism piece. Like that's gonna take way longer, almost double,
Right.
and could be more. Like some sleeves take over 24 hours depending on what you're putting into it.
Right, depending on how deep the detail is.
But it's also good to do sessions, because it's easier on the client. It's easier pain wise and your pocket, because then it becomes like a payment plan
where you can do poco y poco, little by
yes,
little.
because these things are an investment. They're a luxury. It's not.
And that's why they cost what they cost, because it's
Yeah.
on you for, it's on you forever, and they cost what they cost. Because if you want it to look good, it's going to cost you, honey.
Yes.
So come out your pockets and stop being cheap. For real. If not, you can always pay for the temporary tattoos.
Yes, I'm actually making a couple of my designs into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't launched them yet, but yeah, they're coming to my Etsy soon.
Hey, stay tuned. Temporary tattoos coming soon.
Just in case you want to try something out before you actually get it.
Right. See, like, oh well, would I look nice with a tattoo? Would I like seeing myself with a tattoo in this part of my body?
Yeah, I actually made one that goes right here, and it's like a half a mandala because I seen it.
Yeah.
So I drew one, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna print this and do it on myself, because I always wanted something like that, but I would never.
Yeah, that. Okay. The famous subject of them all at this current moment in time. Face. Ooh, girl, you took it out my mouth. Face tattoos. Your thoughts on face tattoos?
To each his own. I won't, like, friends, I will stop them. I will try way harder than like just
a client.
Yeah, because I don't know, just like if they want that, clearly they're doing what they want to do.
Right. But it's
but
like
I'll try to talk them out, but it usually doesn't work.
Yeah, I think just because it's, I mean, as a tattoo artist, do you, well, when did how did it, I'm just so confused how fast that shit hit the ground running.
I think a lot of it was like the music world kind of made them like a thing. Kelani was like one of the first people I seen with her paper plane.
The paper plane on her under her cheek, on her cheek.
So I feel like that kind of like launched it, and then it just, like you said, just kept going.
Just kind of went off the hinges.
Yep.
For real. But like with face tattoos, because I know like with hands,
they age horrible.
I was just gonna ask that because we wash our face, right? So that mostly because we put a lot of moisture onto them
and a lot of sun exposure.
That too, the sun exposure.
Because you don't really hide your face other than like your eyes in the sun, but even that, like, still it ages terribly because of it. Because of the sun, yeah.
So now, well, like when we're talking aftercare now, because I know we've talked about prep, we talked about during, now talking about aftercare. What is your preferred process for your clients for the aftercare of the tattoos that you provide for them?
My favorite way to heal, hands down, is Sanoderm. It just protects the tattoo. You obviously can't be allergic to latex or like Band-Aids or anything. That's how usually you could tell.
Right. Can you explain to the people what a Sanoderm is?
A Sanoderm. So it's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. It's the same exact material they attach to IV, like when you're in the hospital and they attach the IV with that clear sticker. It's the same thing. It's just the strip of antibacterial latex sticker, and it just stays there. And then after the 7th day, you could keep it on for 7 days, carefree. You don't have to A&D your tattoo, nothing. You leave it there for a whole 7 days. I say 5 to 7 because some people get so antsy and just want to rip it off.
And take it off early. I know. Sorry. Yeah. I can't help it.
So they take it off, and it comes off like a big giant sticker. Same thing, like you're taking it off like a Band-Aid. And it's really cool because it heals way quicker than traditional healing. I just feel like it heals smoother, like it protects it more, less prone to infections. It's just popping. I love Sanoderm.
Yeah. See, the last tattoos before this one I used it. Now let me ask you, because the artist that I had used at that moment that I was working with, you know, because a tattoo model, he didn't tell me that it was going to load up with plasma.
Yes.
Can you explain about that? Because I had to hit him up like, bro, I have a pool of water in this Sanoderm. Is that normal?
So it is perfectly normal. That stuff actually is the reason why it helps you heal faster. I know that's also the reason why people want to rip them off because it looks disgusting, but it really does help. It helps so much. It heals you so much quicker, smoother, and again, like it just protects you, like less, makes you less prone to infection because you're more protected.
And it's not like back in the day when you had to worry about, oh shit, I just put A&D on and I just bumped into somebody or I touched something and I was like, oh my goodness, it's sticky and gross.
Yes, that's, and your sheets too, because some people, you drip on your sheets.
Right, you bleed on them or bleed the ink on them.
But the plasma is perfectly fine. A lot of people hit me up the same way. They'll send a picture like, is this normal? What did I do? And I'm like, girl, don't worry, you're fine.
Right. So now, let's talk a little bit about the future. What do you, like, what in your mind, like, what do you have planned? Or you the bigger picture, the bigger idea? Like,
well, I'm gonna be in the convention, God willing, it happens. For New York.
Which one?
Empire State, the big one.
The big one. Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be my first New York convention. Luckily, I was able to do my first convention right before COVID hit, and it was amazing. It just sucks because like I was ready to go. Like, let's book more conventions.
Right. You tasted the drug, and then they were like, no,
took it away, and I was like, damn. But it just makes me look forward to those. So hopefully, the New York one happens, and so who knows? Maybe I'll be an ink master or something one day.
Yeah, let's get it. Yes.
I wouldn't mind competing. I definitely, because of the conventions, I came in 4th place in something I didn't even think I was gonna be anywhere near.
Wow.
So yeah, my best friend Castro got an owl I did. He entered it into a contest without me knowing, and he won 4th place. And I was like, wow, I would love to do more of those. So
wow,
that's definitely looking forward to do more of those.
That's what's up, and especially that somebody went and they believed in your stuff enough to enter it in without you knowing, So speaking of conventions, now that I know like you had that taste of conventions and has fallen in love with it, and I know you were saying that you don't mind competitions and things of that nature, do you see yourself entering more contests and like submitting your work for like whatever it is, best black, best whatever? Best in show.
Yeah, he did when he entered, it was best of black and gray. But I think he said he messed up because he didn't do the size right. Because it's about that. And he entered it into like a large contest when this, I mean, they should have definitely let him do medium. Like, this is not large.
Nah.
And but he came in 4th, so I could imagine the pieces he was up against
that were so much
still
bigger.
Made it to 4th, so that's what made me like really like, oh, I want to do more contests. Like, I got it.
It kind of gave you that edge.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give you guys a preview of what we got going on. We'll ask her a couple more questions, and then we'll go ahead see if there's anything final words that she has to say, and then we're gonna be out. So, one time for the one time, because I promised I was gonna get better at this. Like, share, subscribe, smash the bell, tell your mom and them, tell your cousins, tell the lady that walks your dog, your baby mama, your baby mama's best friend, and her mama, all that. Okay, guys, let me bring you closer for the one time. Wait, where we at? My bad. Where the hell is the camera? Over here. Yes. And I love it because I see what you were doing there with the dots. Because my last tattoo artist has some dots in there too. That's ill. So again, one time for the one time.
Try to make it blend, cohesive piece.
Cohesive saying. So Let's see. Let's have some fun questions.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see.
I'm all for it.
I'm trying to think of some fun questions. Okay. Do you mind talking 420?
I don't mind at all. I don't
Okay.
mind talking anything.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. So what I want to ask is what I normally ask almost all my guests. What is the one thing, like if there was a fly in the wall, this one time that you had like a high moment and it was like, shit, if somebody was here, oh my God. But you laughed at yourself because nobody was there to like be like, oh, you did some dumb shit.
Oh my god, that happens too often, and I'm drawing a blank. What? Oh my gosh, I can't even think. There was.
First one that comes to your mind.
Oh, I can't think of it, but it happened just recently, and I literally laughed at myself.
Oh no.
The one that always makes me laugh is putting the cereal box in the fridge.
How about this? It's funny. I think it was episode 1 or 2 of Cutting Up with Katana Jay. I had told them a story about one time I put the iced tea pitcher in the caveta in the cabinet where the cups go.
Yeah.
And the next morning I went looking for the iced tea and I had nowhere it was, so I gave up. I was gonna give myself something else to drink and I went to go get a cup and it was right there. I just kindly grabbed it and put it right back in the fridge, like, nobody saw that.
Oh man, I'm really trying to think. Like, what is? Oh shoot.
So, edibles, flowers, cartridge, dabs. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? Edibles, dabs, cartridges, flower.
Um, Flower, then edibles, and
Mm,
then cartridge.
I'm a flower girl.
Cartridge is like a last resort, can't smoke in public type of thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't really like the way it leaves my like it makes my mouth like oily.
Mm.
Not my mouth, my teeth. I just feel like my teeth be like
Maybe you could feel it.
yeah.
Cause I do smoke the cartridges. I don't necessarily think I feel that. That's interesting. Um, I do prefer flower. For me, edibles take too much.
I love edibles. Cause they're strong.
No,
And I feel like
I need like 200 milligrams or more.
yeah, I do 350.
Girl, all right. I need your friend. Cause I'd be like, what the fuck, man? I can't ever find nothing to do anything. And I'm like, yo, I'm paying the price of a freaking quarter of flour for a one moment's excursion.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
chill.
I feel you.
So for you, what do you prefer? Are you a sativa, indica?
Indica. I used to be more of a sativa, but then like as I got older, I just feel like it was giving me like a really, really intense high,
Mm.
like smacking me. Where I feel like indica I'll use more for like a pain subside, like
Right.
just kind of like relaxed if I'm anxious.
To like mellow you out a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like I use it for the same.
yeah. Sativa just oh my god, I can always tell if it's a sativa because I'll be like I'll feel
Really?
it. Yeah, I'll be smacked.
I feel like I could tell it's a sativa if I fucking end up right after I'm done with the blunt. I want another one. For real. If I'm like, oh, I need another one, I'm like, yep, that was sativa. That ain't do it. Cause I'm just used to like like you said, the more body type of feeling. Cause utilizing it for pain again, guys. So the way that when I talk about 420 stuff, marijuana, things of that nature, yes, it's fun. Yes, all that. But at the same time, it's literally medicine. Because there's been times, and I'm sure for you, because I know you have your metal in your ankle, I have metal in my neck, where there's been times where I'm just like, I can't catch a damn grip for hours. But then the minute that I smoke, even just 1 or 2 pulls, it's like, I can feel that it's helping. Right?
Yeah.
So are you a papers, bongs,
Paper.
papers?
Yeah, raw paper.
I'm horrible. I'm still doing relos and wraps. My bad.
I don't mind. I feel like they get me higher. It's just I try to avoid the tobacco.
Right, but that's what my problem is because I know that the tobacco part boosts the high, so that's why I
Yeah.
do it. But I'm not supposed to be smoking because I got asthma.
I'm done with you.
But that's why I was gonna try to do the whole edibles thing, but yeah. I haven't found one yet.
Not too much.
No, not too much. Oh, sugar, I love that one. Guys, she has a canvas that says, "We are the weirdos, mister,"
Oh
from
yeah.
The Craft. That was my favorite movie growing up.
That's one of the things I made for my Etsy, and then I was like, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, she's like, no, that's mine. So are you like into like spirituality and like not necessarily magic, but you know that kind of like realm?
Yeah, I like I'm into like the zodiac, and I have like my cards and my little altar there for the shop. But
The guys, her altar says tattoo tarot. That's dope.
yeah, I have a tattoo tarot deck, and I try to pull after every session just to like kind of see what it is, and
Right. To
like,
see like that.
yeah, they're pretty accurate. I think it's kind of cool, and I love that deck. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gifted to me.
That's nice. That's good. I know, like most people say, like the whole you're supposed to be gifted your card.
Yeah.
I buy my own cards. That's not true.
I didn't even know that, and then I was like, oh, so then it's perfect because I was going to buy it, and then
It was gifted to you.
It was gifted to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like follow that old school method because I buy my own shit and it still works.
I was gonna say, if you like it, why not?
Right.
But some people, yeah, heavy on that.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I mean, you can kind of correlate it back to the tattoo world with like what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the same thing where like certain cultures or certain countries, when you have tattoos, they look at you like you're a part of the yakuza, like you're a fucking gangsta. And I'm just like, no, dude, I just like art.
Right, and it goes back. It dates back to like cavemen and indigenous. Like this is not jailbird art. This is throwback. We bringing it like to another world, to another level.
Right, kind of bringing it more to a modern.
Yeah, and it's still growing. Like even since I've started, I just see so much change from like machines, inks, products, people, more art. It's just so many styles. It's still like developing.
Do you feel like the one poke tattooing? Do you feel like that's starting to make a comeback?
I just think it's something people feel safe starting with because it's one needle. Or I mean, if you're doing it properly, it might be a little more. But I don't know. I just think people would just feel safer starting with that. But
because it's kind of more like manual.
Yeah, and it's also an ancient tradition. That's I believe Japanese.
The one poke.
Yeah, because it's normally done. I think Thailand too. Thailand is they have the ones on the back that are like sacred. But the Japanese one, it's like it's hand poked, but it's like they use almost like a chisel, and they sit there
like what they do with the poly. I mean, with like Polynesians,
yes, just like that.
Samoans and Hawaiians, things of that nature.
Yep.
My sister wants to get that type of style tattoo, but I know that shit gonna hurt.
Probably.
Oh my god! And I just what makes it hurt so much more?
Because this is like a regulated force. That is just like you're getting hit differently by a person.
Almost like if you're getting stabbed by a fork.
Probably, yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but in the Polynesian world, they usually give their clients some kava, which is a tea, and it's supposed to help to relax and kind of help with pain a little bit more as well.
I heard that. I actually think it may be more than one culture that does that.
That does that with the kava? Yeah, because I remember somebody, I used to work at a vape shop, guys. And I remember this one customer, he used to come in and buy the kava all the time. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And it literally looked like a crystal light, like a tea powder packet. And he was like, all you do is you just throw it in some water and you just shake it up and you drink that bad boy and it helps to mellow you out, relax you out. It's great for pain.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I've never tried it. I would though.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I definitely, I always said that if I ever got tattooed in Hawaii or something like that, that I would try doing the kava and stuff like that. So, okay, guys, now that we kind of dived in deep, Jesus Lord, dived in deep to talking about the history of tattooing. We talked about how Tiger Lily got started. We even went in about her Etsy page, about dancing on TikTok, and all, and my arm having stiff neck, for the one time. But anyway, guys, I'm going to currently give the floor to Ashley so she can give you guys her last little final messages and things of that nature. And then you guys can check out the finished results on her page, okay? Exclusive on her page. All right. So if you want to see how this finished off, you got to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. For the one time, don't forget like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Daniree. Shout out TOV Digital for the production for the one time. If you guys are ever in need of any type of production stuff, TOV Digital is the homies you go to. And also, I know I don't have any with me because, they don't allow us to bring water bottles on the airplane. But shout out to Aquano Hydrate. We are sponsored by Aquano Hydrate. So shout out to them for the one time. And go ahead, Ashley, let them know what up.
What's up? It's Artsy Ashlee. You can follow me on Instagram at ARTSYASHLEE. Follow me for giveaways, cool art. If you're interested in becoming a tattoo artist, you can always ask me questions. I make it a point to be nice to people because people weren't that nice to me. So if you want to hit me up, I write back. I'm not bougie. I won't front on you. Write to me, hit me up, show love. And yeah, check out my art. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to book your tattoos. Tiger Lily Tattoo in New York. 71 Victory or 72?
71, you got
71 Victory in Staten Island, New York. Let them know Katana Jay sent you.
Yes.
All that for the one time. Peace.